What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Course Vlog. We are here at King Valley, the site of my next tournament, and we're about to get a practice round in. We're about to get some of that pre-tournament prep. All right, feeling good? It's humid. We're ready to play some good golf, so let's go. Okay, not exactly the start we wanted, clearly. Definitely won't play driver on the first hole. There's too much trouble on the left, and if I pull it, which is kind of my miss right now, it brings those trees into play, and then no. So probably just gonna go either hybrid or 3-wood. It'll give me a much better shot into the green, and then I won't have to worry about flirting with danger as much. Anyway, okay, hole number 2 coming up. It is a par 3. Let's go. I don't know what's going on with my driver and me, but a miss that I used to have years ago has now re-emerged. Great, perfect timing. Anyway, luckily it's just a low runner. Hopefully I think it made it before the bunkers, but I need to fix that because otherwise I got to put the driver in the bag. Like if I keep hitting that, then the driver goes back in the bag. Can't hit driver the rest of the round. Luckily my hybrid can handle that, but I don't want it to be that temperamental all the time when I'm trying to play. Check out the view on this hole though. I love looking back on this one. How incredible is that? Okay, that was a nice little bounce back birdie. Good confidence boost to make that putt. So next up here, we have a par 5. So as you can see, par 5, it's only 475 yards. Pin is way, way up there. Now, the thing I debate here is, obviously you got trouble left and you've got trouble right. And that's a lot to handle, especially under the pressure of a tournament. So I don't know if there's a ton to be gained by trying to really gun it here, considering that my driver is being a bit squirrely. If I get the hybrid out there to 250 yards, with another 6, 5, or 4 iron, depending on how many yards I have left, and then I'm either on the green and or have a close chip shot, there's not a lot of risk close to the green, especially left. There's a big bailout and it all slopes towards the green. So if you almost want to launch it and try and hit that slope and bring it back in. So yeah, I think the play here is no driver. here we go. Holy, we're on in 2. Oh my God. So if you haven't seen my last video, which was me playing the red tees at Cherry, one thing I learned from that round is that my 4-iron is an absolute demon when it comes to distance. I was getting some crazy distances off the tee with that 4-iron, which gave me a lot of confidence because it was actually the only club really on that day that was really performing well. So I guess we're carrying that tradition into this hole, which is great. Oh, we got a putt for eagle. Let's go. What a shot. That's crazy. All right, let's make this putt. Okay, misread the break on that eagle putt, but that was a 219-yard 4-iron to like 7 feet. Feeling it. Also, one thing I want to talk about, I switched to a new ball. I'm now playing the TaylorMade TP5X. I was originally playing the Bridgestone, and then I tried the Pro V1, but was getting some weird distances, calibration, grip on the greens, just wasn't feeling it. So I actually won a sleeve of these off a buddy playing a match and started using them, and honestly I love them. So this is my go-to ball for the next tournament. I'm really liking this. The stopping power on the greens is great, as you can see on the last 2 approaches, so I'll take it. Anyway, next hole. Hit up on it, but it went straight. What a putt! I had to keep my celebration slightly reserved because there was a group on the tee box is right beside the green, and there's a group teeing off. There was another group on the tee, and then there was another group on the other side of the trees hitting shots. So I didn't think that jumping up and down and screaming was appropriate, but what a putt! Wow! We are back to even, baby! Par 5 coming up, let's go. Okay, so the next hole is another fairly short par 5. If you see this bunker right here, so right after that, there's an immediate drop off behind those trees. So the goal is to kind of pump a 4-iron with a bit of draw to just hit there and come down. And that actually could potentially set up an eagle opportunity. So that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, We are on a roll. Okay, let's gonna keep calm. We're gonna keep calm. So next up is hole number 9. Look how beautiful this is, by the way. I love how every hole just has a wicked tree line. It may not be fun if you're spraying your shots, but it sure looks amazing. So anyway, plan here is to just kind of throw the hybrid out there, get it to roll. The fairway's got a good amount of bounce to it, and there is a creek kind of there at the bottom, little pond action. Trees on the left. Right is decent. There's a bit of bunkering, but for me in my current driver miss, this just seems like I'm inviting too much trouble. So just gonna go with the handy dandy hybrid, pump it out there, and then give ourselves, you know, about 120 into the green. Just waiting for the green to clear, and my new favorite accessory of all time right now is the GROOVEIT Brush. I don't know if you guys seen this before. It's got a water pump in the brush, so you just spray it onto your club and then clean it right off. I love that. All right, so the strategy I have on this hole is kind of actually just what just happened. Left is all trouble. Right, if I don't draw it, I end up just in the fairway of 10. So it ends up working out. I have a clear shot into the pin, and I don't have to worry about going too far left. So my goal is I'm just gonna aim over that tree line, try and hit a huge draw. If I don't hit a huge draw, great. I'm right here. I still have a clean angle in. And I don't have to worry about all the junk on the left because that's not fun. Stop. That caught a weird bounce. Did you see that? Holy. Wow. I have no idea what's going on. I thought I was gonna 3-putt that, and it goes in? thing I love most about this hole is you get to drive across this epic bridge over the water. All right, let's go make this putt, because we're making putts from everywhere today. So let's go make this putt. Tried to hit the hero shot. I could not. Okay, huffed the first one into the woods. Provisional was a little shorter than I would have liked. So now we have our 5th shot in. Let's try and get up and down for double, and keep ourselves alive here. Okay, that's a triple. So we are now 1 over. And it's insane how much work you have to do to stay under and for one hole to ruin it. Anyway, we got 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 left. Plenty of golf left, plenty of opportunities to score. So, whew, here we go. In an attempt to be aggressive and attack the flag, I was too aggressive and I jumped over the green entirely. Sweet. Oh my God. I want to yak right now. Okay, 4 over. Let's go. Here we go. Look at that. pretty good. Well, this round has been interesting to say the least. You know, initially I came out here just to have a practice round and get a sense for what the course was going to be like for Tuesday's event. And then obviously I started playing well, and so then I got my expectations up and started to think, oh, today could be the day. And that one shot on 13, it's so crazy. It's like the same as the last blow up. It was one shot that then just derailed the final 6 holes. And around the same time, I think the other one was on 14. Just super unfortunate errors. Granted, still shooting a good score as is right now, comparative to what, you know, the field would shoot. This would probably be anywhere from top 3, top 5 in normal events. So where I'm sitting right now, competitively is good, but I got my hopes up. So I feel a bit let down right now. I feel a bit disappointed in myself. That's not fun. Anyway, love this course. King Valley's awesome. This is an incredible track. I'm really looking forward to playing here Tuesday. If I could have any semblance of a round that I've had today on Tuesday without any of the blow-ups, we could be in a good spot. Okay. One more hole to go. Let's finish strong. Another thing I love about this course is a lot of the fairways are lined with these kind of trees. And I don't know, they just look so cool, like the way it frames the hole. I love it. We made it on. Holy, we made it on. You know, I gotta remember, I've made some shots today that I've never made. And so despite how unfortunate the collapse feels, I've never made some of these shots. And I got to be really proud of myself and remember that as I go into this round on Tuesday, because I've never made these shots. And I gotta embrace that happiness as opposed to be sad about the score. So we happy, and we're on for eagle. So let's go. All right. Well, that's one way to end it. Was that a 4 putt? I got on for eagle, and I hammered it past, hammered it past, hammered it past. Sick. Love bogeying when I get on for eagle. Wow, I really thought going into that last putt with that optimistic thinking, I was going to deliver on that. And not only did I not deliver on that, I gave another stroke back to the course. Okay. I'm gonna go bury myself in practice. The next video you see from me will be an update on the tournament. Hopefully I did not follow the poor trends that I have followed on the last 6 holes here, and that the tournament is purely what happened in the middle of this round, because that was amazing. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the epic collapse, part 2. Well, it's gonna make the journey even sweeter when this does finally happen. Appreciate you watching, appreciate you subscribing. Please like, please comment. Thank you so much for joining me on the journey. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.